Hi, and welcome to University High School. My name's Lisa Kane, and I'm one of the assistant principals, and with me today is student Dylan Chapman and teacher Mr. T, and we're going to talk about Dylan's Twitter page. Dylan, tell us a little bit about this Twitter page that you've got going with sports.
I have a student correspondence program with Fox Sports Southwest, partnered with Dave Campbell Texas Football. And what it is, there's like requirements that I have to do, certain things I have to tweet out every Friday night during the football games, and they go through and they look at them and they pick the best one at the end of the regular season, and they let that kid go cover all 6 state championship games for them. So that's what I'm striving for.
And are you only covering football, or are you covering any other sports?
For the correspondence program, I'm only covering football, but with the page, I've decided on my own to do all the sports I can as long as I can get the updates for them. So I'm trying to do everything, but yeah.
So how many students are you competing against to try to get to the top?
I think there's about 15 or 20 throughout the state that are doing this program as well. So.
And tell us a little bit about what if you win. Well, no, if you, how do you win? How do we get you to be the number one?
Well, like I said, it's just the people at Fox Sports Southwest and Dave Campbell. They'll go through every tweet I send out. I have to put a specific hashtag, so it'll go send to them, and they'll go through and look at all the tweets and look at all the profiles and like the interviews I had to send in, and they'll pick the profile that they thought was organized the best and done the best, and they'll pick them as the winner.
And what does your teacher, Mr. T, have? What's his role in this?
Mr. Taverner is the reason I got into this. Me and him had talked about me doing the sports on the U show for us, and he actually got the email about this program, and he approached me, asked me if I'd want to do it, and I jumped all over it because this is what I want to do when I get older. So,
what is it that you want to do after you get out of college?
I want to major in journalism and be a radio TV sportscaster.
Very good. Let's talk to Mr. T, Mr. Taverner, who is one of Dylan's teachers. Mr. Taverner, tell us how Dylan got this Twitter page going through you.
Okay. Well, actually, I received an email from Mr. Thomas. It was a forwarded email from Thomas, who's one of our other coaches here on campus. And I had read about it, and it was a correspondence program, obviously. And I had actually been at an AVID conference with Dylan's dad, and he had said a number of times how Dylan was fanatical about sports, just knew all kinds of information about it, even things that other students wouldn't know, and that journalism was something that he wanted to get involved with, even as a broadcaster, possibly for one of the sports teams here in Texas. And so I thought, man, what a huge opportunity for a kid to jump in there, and especially a kid like Dylan, who's just so outgoing. He's perfect on camera, and he's just a phenomenal kid. So it immediately jumped to him, and the second I asked him about the opportunity, he jumped on it.
And so you say Dylan also does some sports for you on the U show. Oh. Tell us a little bit about that.
Definitely, yeah. Dylan, it's more than just sports. I have about 4 or 5 kids who are really go-to kids. I have a number of talented kids, but there's 4 or 5 that are just naturals at it, and Dylan's kind of one of those kids. So I use him a lot for a number of different things, but obviously sports is his forte. We use his interviews on the U show from the Dave Campbell Sports Show. And so everything he sends in, I kind of benefit from because I steal it from my show too. So,
okay, Dylan, Mr. T just said that you do some interviews. Who are you interviewing?
With the program, I have to do 1 interview a week, and it can either be a coach or a player. And so I just pick whoever had like a big game the week before, and I ask them a set of 2 or 3 questions, and then ask them who their player to watch is for us the next Friday night, and then I send that in to Dave Campbell, and some of those actually get used on the Fox Sports Southwest Friday special show that airs at 11:30. So.
And if people want to log on to your Twitter page, how do they do that?
My Twitter handle is at UHS_sportscores. So that's how you do it.
Okay. Well, we have just had a great interview with student Dylan Chapman and teacher Mr. Taverner, or lovingly known as Mr. T, talking about Dylan's Twitter page. Please continue to watch WIS TV for more great news going on in the district.